Hello, dear lovely audience. Welcome back to another Bravo TV new recap. Everyone, I know you'll have been waiting for this. Thank you guys so much for your patience. The Rob alum felt the love of her kids at a special event to honor her work as a movie star. Tired of scrolling? Click here to bump BravoTV.com's latest news to the top of your search results. Well, those 25 years passed by in the blink of an eye. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum Denise Richards recently celebrated her iconic 1999 film, Drop Dead Gorgeous, in late August, and she was joined by her daughters, Sami, Sheen, and Eloise Richards, for the special screening. Denise took to Instagram, where she reflected on the movie's event and included a photo of her with Eloise as she spilled all about the family's big night out. She wrote, "About last night. Big thanks to Academy Museum for letting us relive the camp and chaos of Drop Dead Gorgeous on the big screen." Denise certainly appreciated having her girls by her side as she reflected on the movie. "I have two of my daughters here, Sami and Eloise, who are seeing it for the first time on the big screen," Denise shared at the screening, according to People. "I think one may be seeing it for the first time ever, but that's good." Denise's daughter, Lola Sheen, may have missed the event, but showed her support in the comments, writing, "You are so beautiful, Mom, wow." In June, Denise shared a still from the cult comedy and wondered where her drop-dead gorgeous character would be today. "I'm curious, where would Becky and Lehman be in 2025? She captioned the photo. Denise Richards shares updates on daughters, Sami, Lola, and Eloise. When she's not busy at Hollywood events, Denise is always a mom first. And she's been sharing updates on her three daughters in the last few months. In March, Denise shared a tribute to her eldest daughter, Sami, who officially turned 21 this year. Her birthday message also was a reminder of Sami's been that girl since day one thanks to appearing on the cover of People as a baby with her famous parents, Denise and Charlie Sheen. "Happy 21st birthday, my beautiful Sami girl. You were on the cover of People when you were born, and here you are at 21 with a show about our family," she wrote. "I love you so much, and I couldn't be more proud of you. Happy birthday, my girlie." In May, Denise celebrated Eloise's birthday and offered up a glimpse on the teen's life today. "Happy 14th birthday, Eloise. We love you so much. You are an angel and a ray of sunshine. We are so proud of you and you inspire us every day," Denise wrote at the time about her adopted daughter. "We love you, sweet girl. Happy birthday." Related, Denise Richards shares a major update on teen daughter, Eloise. Such a light, exclusive. Weeks later, on June 1st, it was Lola's turn for a public display of birthday affection from her mom. "Happy birthday, Lola. I can't believe you're 20. Little Miss Sunshine. You light up every room. You're an amazing sister, daughter, and friend," she wrote. "I love you so much and couldn't be more proud of you. I love you." Where Denise Richards stands with ex-husband Charlie Sheen after their breakup. It's been a busy time for Denise, as she finds time to celebrate everyone in her family, including her ex-husband, Charlie Sheen. Charlie and Denise are parents to Sami and Lola. Denise later adopted Eloise on her own. She was by his side on the red carpet for his documentary, aka Charlie Sheen. When did Charlie Sheen and Denise Richards break up? The event marked their first red carpet together in 2 decades. They divorced in 2006, and you can bet she had some feelings about it. "We both looked at each other on the red carpet and just laughed. Charlie asked, 'Is it 2002? And I said, 'It sure feels like it.' Who would have thought? What a journey we've had, so many ups and downs," she captioned a photo of her and Charlie. "But when life gets tough, deep down we both know we can count on each other. I'm so proud of him and truly honored he asked me to be part of his story. Congrats, Charles." Take a deeper look inside Denise and Charlie's history and get the details about Denise and Charlie's 2002 wedding. How Sami and Eloise celebrated Denise Richards' major career milestone. Prelude, the milestone. Denise Richards, a seasoned actress whose name has resonated through Hollywood for decades, was about to mark a milestone that carried deep personal and professional weight, a landmark screening of her 1999 cult classic Drop Dead Gorgeous at the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures in Los Angeles, a full-circle moment that harked back to the early days of her career when she was fresh, ambitious, unjaded. For years, the film had built its status among fans and cinephiles, but few moments compare to having that work celebrated in an institution dedicated to the artistry of cinema. For Denise, it was more than nostalgia. It was a public acknowledgement of her craft, her persistence, and the legacy she continues to build. Her daughters, Sami Sheen, born 2004, and Eloise, adopted in 2011, were part of this moment. Though Lola also exists in the family, the event saw Sami, now an adult, and Eloise, still a teen, present with Denise, witnessing her being celebrated. 2. The build-up. Understanding the moment. A. Sami's perspective. For Sami, the milestone meant something layered. Growing up with a famous mother, she'd known of her mother's roles. She'd seen the tabloid headlines, the reality shows, the controversies. But Drop Dead Gorgeous was different. For one, it predated her birth. Sami had never seen it projected on the big screen in a major cultural institution. She might have watched clips or seen it streaming, but experiencing it in a museum setting brought a gravitas she hadn't associated with many of her mother's works. Moreover, it offered Sami a chance to see the younger Denise, the actress in her 20s, brimming with the ambition, the risks, the energy, traits which Sami perhaps sees in herself, or aspires to. Attending the screening, standing next to her mom, gave her insight into what it means to have years in the business, to create something that endures, to be appreciated by audiences far removed in time from when the film was new. B. Eloise's perspective. Eloise's experience is textured differently. Having been adopted in 2011, she grew up with Denise as her mother, fully and unquestionably. Eloise has been open about developmental delays tied to a chromosomal disorder, a deletion in chromosome 8, which have shaped the way she interacts with the world, especially verbally. Therefore, this screening was layered. First, as a shared experience with her mother and sister. Second, as a chance to see her mom's work in its original form, perhaps for the first time for that film. Third, as an event that placed her in the spotlight, not just as Denise's daughter, but as part of Denise's career celebration. Eloise may not speak much in public, but presence, expressions, closeness, gestures, all of that holds profound significance. 3. The evening. In detail. On the evening of August 30th, 2025, Denise gathered her family. Sami, dressed in something stylish but comfortable, maybe high-waisted trousers, a soft silk blouse, statement earrings, hair curled or silk straightened, arrived early at the Academy Museum with Eloise, perhaps accompanied by Lola for moral support even if Lola didn't stay for the speech. They walked through the grand lobby, taking in the banners, the posters, the photographers. As the red carpet lights glowed, photographers called Denise's name. Sami and Eloise stood close, turning toward the flashes, Sami more accustomed to public attention, Eloise perhaps more curious, more reserved, scanning the room, taking it all in. When Denise spoke, on stage, in front of an audience, she looked at her daughters. Maybe she pointed out to them, "My daughters Sami and Eloise are here. This is for you too." When the film began to roll, Sami turned, watching her mom's performance on that large screen. There might have been moments of quiet pride, a warmth in her chest, a realization. This is legacy. And perhaps, watching the reactions from the audience, laughs, murmurs, applause, Sami felt something shift, not just admiration, but a sense of inheritance, of connection to her mother's work. Eloise, sitting next to her sister or next to Denise, held her hand or leaned in or looked around. Although she may not verbalize much, her expressions conveyed her engagement. It might have been the first time she saw that movie in that setting. Denise later said that at least one daughter was seeing it on the big screen perhaps for the first time. After the screening, there was an after-party or reception, cocktail tables, a small buffet, conversations among fans, movie scholars, old industry friends. Sami and Eloise got to meet people who had worked on the film, costume designers, editors, minor cast. Denise introduced her daughters, perhaps with pride. "My daughters, who are so supportive, who remind me why I keep going. 4. The gestures. How Sami and Eloise contributed to the celebration. Because in such moments, the daughters don't just attend, they participate, in ways big and small, conscious and subconscious. A. Quiet logistics and emotional support. Planning and moral backing. Sami may have helped with organizing the evening, picking Denise's outfit suggestions, helping Eloise with what to wear, calming nerves. Being there early, making sure everything runs smoothly, is a form of tribute in itself. Documenting the moment, Sami likely captured photos for Instagram, for keepsakes, maybe even short video clips of her mother speaking, of Eloise's reaction. These images will linger, shared online, preserved in memory. Affirmations. At the reception, Sami might have whispered something to Denise. "I'm proud of you, Mom." Eloise, with a hug, or holding Denise's hand, or a soft smile, perhaps a quiet, "I love you" in her own way. These moments are delicate, but meaningful. B. Symbolic contributions. Gifts. Sami might have given Denise a small but meaningful gift, a framed vintage poster of Drop Dead Gorgeous, restored or annotated, so Denise could see her younger self in that film. Eloise could have drawn something, possibly with art or color, as children do, maybe a painting of Denise's face with movie lights around it. Public acknowledgement. On social media, Sami might post a tribute, "Watching my mom shine under those lights, so proud I get to call you Mom," with an image of the moment. Eloise might join in, perhaps in a family photo, or a caption like, "Loved being there." Denise did exactly that, posting a picture with Eloise afterward, thanking the Academy Museum. V. Reflection. What it meant. The milestone and the celebration are more than just an event or a prestige marker. They carry deeper ripples in family relationships, identity, memory. A. For Denise. Denise sees her daughters as part of her legacy, not spectators, but witnesses. Hearing them say, or seeing them understand, gives her work added meaning. It reaffirms that the sacrifices, the long hours, the public scrutiny weren't for nothing. Moreover, during this period Denise was also dealing with personal life shifts, divorce from Aaron Vipers filed in July 2025. In such times, having the support, the physical presence, the love from her daughters at a professional milestone anchors her. It shows her that her identity isn't just what the industry says, but also what her family knows. B. For Sami. For Sami, being part of such an event affirms her mother in a new light. It gives her access to a side of Denise's identity, artist, craftsperson, legacy bearer, not just mom, as celebrity figure. It also impacts Sami's own identity. Growing up in the public eye is complicated. Being seen there, on her mother's side, not as competitor, not as shadow, but as companion in celebrating something meaningful, it strengthens her sense of self. C. For Eloise. Eloise's involvement, even if quieter, is profound. It provides memory scaffolding. This is who her mother is. This is part of the family story. For children with developmental delays, sensory, emotional moments count significantly. Seeing the love, the lights, the admiration, they internalize that love deeply, often far beyond verbal. 6. Afterglow. The days that followed. The milestone didn't end with the screening. The days after carried its echoes. Social media reflections. Denise shared photos and gratitude. Sami likely reposted, tagged her mom, posted her favorite moments. Eloise might have shared short stories. Maybe Dad or others posted on Eloise's behalf. Fans commented, praised. Denise used this as opportunity to reflect on her journey, her early days, the risks she took in roles like Drop Dead Gorgeous. Family conversations. At home, over breakfast or dinner, conversations about what it means to have a legacy in film. Sami asking Denise about what she remembered from when she filmed that movie. Eloise asking if she got nervous or what her favorite memory was. Denise answering, opening up stories about nearly missed auditions, costume challenges, early reviews, working with co-stars. New insights for Sami and Eloise. Sami might rewatch the film in private, noting her mother's performance, the way Denise inhabits character, and perhaps recognizing something she didn't before. nuances in acting, in the camera work. Eloise, who may have missed bits because of speech or sound or because she didn't see it in that setting, now sees how people laugh, react, how movies connect. Solidifying memory. The photos, souvenirs, voice clips become parts of the family archive. Sami maybe made a collage. Eloise might frame something. Denise might give them prints. These become part of what they remember when they look back, this night as especially meaningful in their shared history. 7. The broader context: career, family, public life. Denise's ability to balance her career with motherhood has been in public view through reality TV, interviews, and increasingly through discussions about her daughters. Sami has reached adulthood, navigating her own path. Eloise's developmental challenges have shaped their family dynamics in profound ways. Moments like this screening tie the personal and professional together: the celebrity, the artistry, the motherhood. Also, Denise's return to reality television with Denise Richards and Her Wild Things, which features her daughters, is another form of Milestone, having her family life engaged in her creative output, letting her children take part, to varying extents, in her professional world. This drop-dead gorgeous screening becomes one more piece in a tapestry of achievements that reflect not just individual success, but family collaboration, mutual respect, and the merging of private and public stories. 8. Imaginative interlude. Anecdotes and dialogue. Here are some imagined but plausible moments/dialogues, filling in what might have happened behind the scenes. Sami, whispering to Denise backstage, "Mom, I always think of you doing this movie in small theaters, with no idea what this moment might become." Denise, smiling, "I thought I was just doing my job, taking parts that spoke to me. I didn't know what staying power meant." Eloise, softly, as lights dim, leans in, puts her hand in Denise's. "I'm happy you get to do this." Or at home. Denise, in her bedroom, showing photos. "Here, this is the shot of me and Eloise right after the speech. You were glowing." Sami, "I know. I took that one. Your smile, Mom. It's what I want people to remember." 9. Themes: legacy, identity, love, perseverance. From this celebration emerge recurring themes. Legacy: work that transcends time, films that outlast their moment, children who see the person beyond the star. Identity: for Denise, identity as actress, mother, public figure. For Sami and Eloise, identity intertwined with their mother's road, but also distinctly their own. Love expressed through presence. None of the most powerful moments are flashy. They're walking into a theater, holding hands, sharing pride. Perseverance: getting to a point where a decades-old film is honored in a major institution doesn't happen without effort, faith, resilience, in career, in family life, in public.